It's just my interpretation.
Not long after this, I came into a classroom with my hat on. I did it deliberately. The teacher, who was white, ordered me to keep the hat on and to walk around and around the room until he told me to stop. That way, he said, everyone can see you. Meanwhile, we'll go on with the class for those who are here to learn something. I was still walking around when he got up from his desk and turned to the blackboard to write something on it. Everyone in the classroom was looking when at this moment I passed behind his desk, snatched up a thumbtack and deposited it in his chair. When he turned to sit back down, I was far from the scene of the crime, circling around the rear of the room. Then he hit the tack and I heard him holler and caught as shocked when the decision came that I had been expelled.
What if all the songs were in vain and the dreams that I had never came and I lost all the blessings I had gained? Woke up in a world that was built upon pain with an attitude like you ain't shit without fame. But quite gifted with good hair or light-skinned or white pigment with a budget that's like spending. Infatuated with heaven although I like sinning. Saved and never claimed to be but I'm quite Christian. To what extent would I go for ice wrists, chain necklaces and overzealous bitches? Excuse my tone, yes I know the difference in a woman for self and a Jezebel. I ain't lost, I'm just speaking the truth. Some things I'd say even if I wasn't speaking to you. Jay said you gotta learn just to live with regrets, but what happens when regrets is all you got left? Cause you never got a fair chance. How can you waltz through life when it's a square dance? And the leaders ain't leading and the preacher sold out. Sitting in church like who gon' save my soul now? They trying to tell me that God ain't real and a chain of big explosions is why I'm here. And the ape decided he wanted to walk upright and lead the other apes in the jungle cause he that tight. You got me fucked up.
Malcolm was sent to live in a detention home in Mason, a small town about 12 miles from Lansing. There he became, as he called it, the mascot of the couple who ran the home, a Mr. and Mrs. Swirlin. The Swirlins were clearly impressed with Malcolm's intelligence. They gave him small jobs to do around their house and eventually got him a job washing dishes in a local restaurant. But they often spoke disparagingly of niggers in front of him, as if he weren't there. The same way, Malcolm X wrote, people would talk freely in front of a pet canary.
Yeah, I knew that shit could take flight when my social study teacher told me gypsies was right. Not to be funny, might have seemed she was playing, but when I went to correct her, she believed what she's saying. Kinda hard to give your all when you ain't inheriting no cream. Parents broke, now you feeling like the shit in your jeans. And life ain't shit like you see in your dreams. Perceived as a peasant, but in your mind you stand as a king. Hating on the next man cause he was a ruler and overlooked your whole kingdom cause he found him a jeweler. A queen with a ass, a couple cars with a dash that function with secret compartments for his pistol and cash. Trapped in a flash.
Instead of reform school, Malcolm became the first ward of the detention home ever to be placed in Mason Junior High School, where he was a top student and was even elected president of his 7th grade class, and where his history teacher was particularly fond of telling nigger jokes in Malcolm's presence.
No, you really ever wanted was a car in the crib. A little extra to buy something nice for your kids, but the life that you live, the only life that you know.
When Malcolm told his English teacher, whom he had regarded as a friend and advisor, that he'd like to be a lawyer one day, the instructor told him, that's no realistic goal for a nigger. You're good with your hands. Why don't you plan on carpentry? After this incident, Malcolm became increasingly withdrawn, especially from white people. He also began to get restless. During the summer of his 14th year, he visited his half-sister Ella in Boston. Malcolm moved